Dearest Viewer, our days seem to be involuntarily planned the moment we begin our journey of discovery. We wake up each day convinced that our current path is the definitive choice to our individual nature. But to our surprise, each day is an opportunity to prevail our circumstance. We may first find ourselves impersonating the lives we admire, causing us to unintentionally ignore our very own self-awareness. In turn, we allow fear to dictate our decisions, and without a second thought, we have accepted defeat. Have you also become curious as to why we have become so afraid of life? With ease, we watch movies and series on mystery, but once it becomes our own life, the appeal instantly withdraws from our sense of adventure. Is it because our lives may first appear dull and uncompelling? Don't you find it odd that once someone is considered successful, we consider them worthy of interest? Is it because we see success as the final destination? You see, we have the following decision: to live our lives in either of these two states. The state of fear, where in light, I can't help but think life would be easier if I stuck to a 9-to-5, got paid a mediocre wage for something society would like me to dedicate to, for the sake of its made-up functionality, all in order to have that notion of success. Or I could live in a courageous state, where one becomes a trailblazer of their own life, immersing ourselves in what we truly wish to explore at the pace nature intended, a success based solely on the extent of our own individual abilities. With one, I find true harmony, while the other is a mere disguise of it. We are made to believe that life will be pretty and well lived if we follow a set course. But we know it's not always pretty despite taking the exact steps others have taken. We all have unappealing aspects of our lives. There are messy and frustrating moments we face whether we are courageous or in a state of fear. I am not a professional, but a curious novice to my craft, and I'm here to remind you, and myself again, that we don't need to have it all figured out. As long as we are curious and brave, anyone can have the strength to make it through the fearful moments. If I didn't do so here and there, I would not have been able to turn things from this to this. We find ourselves in these thoughts because we've become highly dependent on a society to lead us on the right path. But what if we followed our natural urge to create? Without any other expectation than to just sew, I made use of the scraps from my alterations and created matching accessories. I made scrunchies and a bucket hat. I hate to just see things get thrown away, and maybe that is why my brain is just wired to design. But my thoughts move faster than my person. I am attempting to have her slow down and bask in one idea until it is completed. There is still a long road ahead, as I have been in fear for most of my life, which has created mental clutter and physical clutter. I have become a creative hoarder, and before you can help anyone else, you need to help yourself. So fear is no longer able to dictate my creative process. It is time to keep the momentum off screen, just as I may do so on screen. Now, what has fear been keeping you from doing? What are you curious about exploring or developing? What ignites your soul?